But for now, let's get started with answering our viewers' queries. Vishal Malkan of malkansview.com joins in to answer all our stock queries, and Hemant Rustagi of Wiseinvest Advisors is our personal finance expert this afternoon. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Thanks very much for joining in. Our first query, in fact, is from the retail space. Sunita has written to us from New Delhi. So she says that she holds 200 shares of Future Retail, which she had bought at about 200 rupees, and now wants to know if she should remain invested or sell. So I've already said what the fundamental news around this stock could be. But Vishal, technically, how is this stock looking? I mean, I know things could change overnight, but for the moment, how is it looking?
I would say for the moment it is doing good, and in the last 1 month we have seen a good rise from around 85 levels to around 115 levels, and I see that good patterns have been formed on higher tops, higher bottoms on daily chart, and good momentum and plus volumes. So I would definitely recommend a hold to the stock and put a stop loss of around 102, 104, which would be a good support below which it can go back to 90 levels. And going forward, I can see targets of around 145 to 150 in the next 2 to 3 months.
All right, then that's the view coming in on that particular counter. But also, let's pull up Bombay Dyeing. I think that stock, in fact, should come up for you. In the last few minutes, that one has spiked a bit. So let's pull up Bombay Dyeing. You'll see that that one, in fact, has started moving higher. Even Claris Life Sciences, that's the other stock that I was looking at. That one as well has started moving higher. Another stock that we don't normally track, Nitin Fire, that one should come up for you. That one as well has spiked up, while Fortis Healthcare has moved to the high point of the day. Nitin Fire as well as Fortis Healthcare, both those two stocks should come up for you. And in fact, from the well-tracked stocks, pull out something like an Oro Pharma. That one in fact has spiked up just in the last few minutes, along with Strides Acolabs. Both those two stocks have moved towards the day's high. We're talking about Nitin Fire, in fact, and also we're talking about Strides as well as Oro Pharma. Both those two stocks doing well just in the last few minutes. But let's get back to answering some queries. We have Gauri, who writes to us from Nagpur. She is currently invested in HDFC pro-growth plan. She is not getting good returns. She wants to know if she should continue to stay invested, or whether or not she should surrender her plan. She's 45 years old and she is a professional. Hemant, you've heard the query. How could you help her?
Well, I think the product she has mentioned is actually a unit-linked insurance plan. These plans typically are investment cum insurance product, and since she has opted for a growth option, which means essentially the money is going into equity option. As we all know, equity investment require long-term commitment. So I think she needs, having invested in this particular product recently, I think she needs to have some patience. It always happens that when you invest in equity-oriented product, as the market go up and down, your own investment value will actually go up and down. In any case, being a ULIP, there is actually a lock-in period of 5 years, so she can't really think of coming out of this stage. So my advice to her would be that she should stay put, stay invested. ULIP is essentially a long-term product. Well, it's not that ULIP is the best product for long-term. Of course, I always believe that a combination of buying a term plan and investing in well-diversified equity funds can be a good option. But as far as this is concerned, since she has to remain invested for 5 years, I think she should continue invested and keep a longer-term view. I think she will get good return from this product.
All right, then before we get to our next query, just pull up the Nifty for you. Our ticker team as well will alert you that in fact 8,300 is back here again. So good going, 120 points higher as we speak. We have reclaimed that 8,300. Interesting to see whether or not we can hold on to the levels closer towards that 8,300 mark, or in fact we do see some profit booking coming in here. Pull up Cipla, that one in fact has spiked up. But it'll have to be one of these heavyweights that have moved, that in fact the Nifty has quickly done that 10-15 points approximately. So Infosys should come up here. That stock in fact has bumped up in the last few minutes. So maybe in fact Infosys move. That's what's really helped us. HDFC as well. Both those two heavyweights, and that's why we're back at 8,300. We'll take it with both hands.
All right, for sure, especially after the kind of drubbing that we've seen. So let's see how things are going to move from here. But 8,300 for now has been reclaimed. Up next, we have Priya, who's called in from Faridabad with a query. Hi, Priya.
Hi.
What's your question?
I want to know the outlook of Andhra Bank.
Okay.
Because it tanked. Actually, I bought it at the rate of 84. It tanked quite a lot, and now it's recovering. So I want to know what's the outlook of it.
Okay. Do you have a portfolio of stocks otherwise?
No, not yet.
So this is the only stock that you have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Vishal, the only stock that Priya is holding on to is Andhra Bank, where also she's making minor losses. What's your advice? Should she exit, look for better opportunities elsewhere, or should she remain invested?
I think what I can see on the PSU bank stocks is that the worst is over and there's some bottoming formation happening on all the banks, including Bank of India, Bank of Baroda, and the bank. So I should would recommend definitely to hold on to the stock and keep a stop loss of around 72 levels, which is an important support, breaking of which can take it down to 65 levels. So 72 stop loss, and looking forward we can look at 85 target, which is his break-even price, and around 3 to 6 months if he is ready to hold, we can see targets of around 95 to 100.
All right, then that's a call coming in on Andhra Bank. Before we slip into a short break, pull up Wokat. Remember, last week itself, on the first day of the week, first couple of days, that stock lost a good 25%. Just pull up that stock. Take a look at the move that we're seeing on Wokat. So Wokat should be up for you on the screen. Remember, in fact, that stock was all over the place. And currently, in fact, the stock is higher by close to around 13%. AV Nuvo has been doing well as it is, and Adani Ports, in fact, has joined the party. And we were quite worried, Sumer, when we started our trade about how Bajaj Auto will fare. Let's take a look at that stock. It's higher by close to around 6% as we speak, currently sitting at the day's high. Slip into a short break, come back. We'll continue covering the markets as well as answering your stock queries.